Hello everyone! The Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Bros. Wonder just came out, so I figured it would make sense for me to try and do a bit of a playthrough of some of the new content. I'm planning on just going through all of the Koopaling stuff, and I think that should make for a pretty interesting video. I'm not really sure about any of the actual like Bellabel Park minigames, but I guess we'll see. Don't pay attention to the fact that I'm recording this at midnight. I'm very excited to get into this, so I wanted to do it as soon as possible. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I have no idea like how this video is going to work structurally, or even how this DLC works structurally, really. So all right, there we go. So it's interesting seeing the little sidebar thing come in. Yeah, this is obviously super exciting, and I think I have a unique perspective on what's going to be played today, obviously, because I know a lot about how this game is put together, or at least I know a lot about how the original game is put together, so this should be this should be pretty fun, I think. Okay, so let's see how this works. I know, yeah, there's this thing to launch the original Switch version for, I guess, like online crossplay, and you can access assist mode from here for some reason. But obviously, we all will want to start the original game. Okay, we'll want to play single player, and I guess we'll want to play as Rosalina right away. Like, why not, right? I mean, it's one of the big new features, so might as well. There we go. New voice lines and everything. I guess I'm also gonna have to get used to the. Oh, hello. I'm going to have to get used to the new Talking Flower voice lines. It's weird hearing this very Super Mario Galaxy sounding jingle, like it barely sounds any different in Wonder. Rosalina and Luma have arrived in the Flower Kingdom. Alright, so I guess that just plays at the start no matter, like, yeah, okay. Oh, this is interesting. An entrance to Bellabel Park has been discovered in Pipe Rock Plateau. Okay, time to check it out. So I'm just gonna get teleported? I am. Okay, that's funny. Man, this is all fascinating. Oh, there's a piranha plant coil thing. Alright. That's the Captain Poplin. So what can I do to... oh, right, I'm online. Do I want to stay online? I don't think I actually want to stay online. I think that's just going to be distracting, so I'm actually going to turn that off. So what's going on over here? I just need 3 Wonder Seeds. That's really funny, especially because once you get to this point in the normal campaign, you'd already have 3 Wonder Seeds by default. So that's kind of that's kind of meaningless. Recruit Poplin is what it's called. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to read all of the text because I imagine there will be quite a bit of it, and I am honestly terrible at reading text on camera or whatever, or in videos. Oh, we just enter without any kind of... Okay. Oh, look at this. This is really cool looking. We've seen a bit of the opening cutscene and some of the footage that Nintendo's shown, or at least I have. But it's still cool to see it all within context here. Look at that, like, lamp asset. Oh, there's another... Man, there've been, like, a lot of, like, sort of screen transition jump scares so far. Oh, yeah, okay, we're into the cutscene now. It's funny seeing them actually, like, zoom in on Florian that much, because I don't think they ever did that originally. I don't think the assets or anything have been upscaled, like, as far as the character models go or anything. So I think that's just them being kind of bold. I don't think that's necessarily because of the higher quality assets or anything. Okay. Look at the nose. Wait, what? Oh, I see the like weird. Honestly, the fog looks a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie, but it comes from the nose. That's strange. Okay, now we're back into what looks like more of a like normal level asset kind of looking thing, and okay, this is the cutscene we've seen before in like several of the trailers. I really like how the music, it sounds a lot like the music during like the NSMB Wii opening cutscene, which also involves the Koopalings, obviously, and I guess also the NSMB U opening cutscene. Like I kind of like how that's been kept consistent. And yeah, obviously they stole the, or they're trying to steal the Bellabel flowers, I think. Is that what they're called? I'm not sure. And here we are. that character icon for all of them at the same time is really funny. I guess that's actually, not to keep harping on about the resolution upgrade, but that's not something that I feel like they would have done originally, just because looking at that asset in like, at like 1080p, it would have looked really crunchy. But at 4K, it's a bit easier to tell who's who. Okay, so I guess the big Bellabel flower is kind of calling out to us. Okay, the bird is called Plucky, which is, I guess, appropriate. There we go. Nice little different sound effect, obviously, classic. Alright, here we go. So how do you... Okay, yeah, so it's like pretty much exactly like a Yoshi flutter jump, but then it continues with like more of a kind of like after you do a spin jump with the propeller suit, where like you can kind of control your horizontal movement in the air, but it's not like Acorn suit level of stuff. Oh, I really like the big arch in the background there. Like that looks really nice. Throw flower. Oh, I guess it's too. Yeah, okay. I see. It is interesting because I have obviously read up a lot about how this mode works, and so I know that, like, I'm pretty sure this power-up doesn't... oh, I guess we can, right, hold... Okay, I see. I'm pretty sure we can't... Like, this power-up hasn't been integrated back into the original campaign or anything, and so obviously also that makes sense because the levels haven't really been designed around it, but you can still, like, carry it over into the normal, like, original games levels. But it's still weird because I feel like this power-up is very much suited to levels that are designed around it. Though I guess maybe we'll see more of that here. Okay, I see. Can they damage me as well? I guess I probably shouldn't try. Though I mean, no, yeah, because obviously the goal here is just to continue hitting them, so it wouldn't work if I lost my power-up. Okay, so they take quite a few hits. I mean, I think that was like 5 hits or 6. Now they're up to... I'm not keeping track, honestly. Oh, okay, so it's like a two-phase thing. What now? It's weird how it makes the Bellabel flower thing look like it's like sentient and like kind of like, I don't know, like taking control of them as like some sort of like weird alien entity. But I don't think that's necessarily what the cutscene is trying to convey. I like the animations and stuff. It's nice seeing the Koopalings animated in a way that's more expressive and stuff, which makes sense for how this game tends to be animated. Alright, there we go. I do wonder what the significance of this thing is. Like, I've seen some stuff with it on, like, the world map and stuff. But, like, what is the story purpose of it being here? Or, like, of it not being stolen, whereas the smaller Bellabel flowers were stolen? I don't really know. Oh, hey, there's Captain Toad. Looks like it's just the, like, generic Captain Toad jingle that I believe is also in the original game. The Bellabel flower, yeah, okay. The Captain Toad's pose right now is hilarious. Okay, so do I want to check anything out here, or do I just want to go back to the normal worlds immediately? It's fun seeing the different walking animation for the super flower pot on the world map. That looks really strange, but I guess it works. Alright, well, oh, okay, I guess Florian's gonna tell us about the brigade tent. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I think I remember from the trailer where the brigade tent is, but I guess people aren't necessarily expected to know that. So yeah, let's go check this out. It's nice seeing the sort of different text box for Captain Toad. I don't think that's what it looked like in the original game, so I wonder if they've also changed that in the original campaign. In general, a whole other part of this is for me is going to be looking at all of the original games levels, seeing what they've changed, because I know there's some subtle stuff to do with like the different zoom and whatnot. It's going to be really fascinating. Again, Toad's animations are really funny. So like the different types of character models they use to represent his emotions and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Wendy's Showdown. Of course, we're in 1-2 Piranha Plants on Parade. And I mean, I think if you've seen any of the trailer stuff, you'll have already seen some parts of this. And obviously, it's also not a surprise for me. So here she goes. Huzzah! Okay. Still looks incredibly goofy, but also, I guess, appropriate for this this game's very zany stuff, you know, to do with wonder effects and whatnot. Even though she didn't like use a wonder flower or anything, I guess it's like a part of her magic in the same way that that Bowser Jr. activates wonder stuff in the original game. Yeah, so I have already had some people talk to me about how they felt about this part of the campaign, because it's been a part of the kiosk demos that have been available to play around the world for the past few weeks. And from what I've heard, this is maybe not the most exciting part of these Koopaling things, these level segments. There's, I feel like I kind of have to put effort into trying to engage with this stuff, because Yeah, the cheeps or whatever these things are aren't really much of a threat. I say that right as I take damage from a random piranha plant, okay. But obviously it is fascinating to see how the levels have been changed, and how, like, you know, different parts have been taken away or added or whatever, or, you know, recontextualized. Originally, when I saw the Wendy thing there that just happened in the trailer, I thought it meant that she was actually going to attack during this part of the level, but that's obviously not the case. Instead, we have these, yeah, kind of random cheeps. And it is funny how there's, like, sort of, like, weird goo down below, but it's not like any of the original game's goo, but then, like, the cheeps are still jumping out of it as if it's liquid, even though it looks more like a gas of some sort. But I guess it doesn't really matter. And I think we're getting to the end of this now. I haven't really been paying attention to the talking flowers much, though. I mean, obviously they sound different, though. Those are also some new voice lines right there, so I think that's fine. I do know that all of the original game's voice lines have also been changed, which is really strange. All right. You know, fish boss fights are kind of a 2D platformer classic. So it's fun seeing one in Wonder, and obviously, like, in the original Wonder, like, a lot of the boss fights, I mean, I say that as if there are even a lot of boss fights in the first place, but all of the boss fights, you know, kind of have the Bowser and Bowser Jr. in sort of their original states without, like, any crazy transformations. I guess, you know, Bowser has a sort of interesting transformation, but he still kind of just ends up looking like Bowser, whereas this is obviously a much more interesting, much more different transformation. It is funny how, like, I feel like I've received, like, at least 8 or 9 of those flower pots throughout everything I've played so far, which feels a bit excessive. And I do kind of hope that won't be the case for every, for every boss fight going forward, because it would make them kind of trivial. But I guess we'll see. This is kind of interesting. I suppose I can't really, I mean, I guess I can... Can I do this? Is this? Oh no, I see. I don't really have a good grasp on how long the flutter and whatnot goes on for quite yet. But there we go. I think that's it. That's a funny animation. It's a bit different from how that sort of animation played out in New Super Mario Bros. Wii or U or 2, I suppose. They all have stuff like that. And I think the fact that the Koopalings jump away after being defeated means, I think that implies to me that we'll fight them again at the later part of this campaign, hopefully. It's fun seeing, you can immediately tell that this is like a pre-rendered, or maybe not pre-rendered, but like a cutscene that isn't rendered in the normal level environment style, because it actually has parallax. So the different 3D elements actually shift in the way they would realistically, but they don't tend to do that in the original game, because the original game sort of mimics a more like orthographic camera perspective. Oh, so is that not, was that not available beforehand? I suppose it wasn't. So that means you kind of have to defeat Wendy to maybe unlock some stuff here. Maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't really care for the moment. Like I've talked about, I just want to, yeah, I just want to do all of the Koopaling stuff first. So this, where does this take me? Oh, I see. Oh, I can teleport to the tents. Okay, but what's the point of that? Exactly. Like, is there any reason to revisit the tent specifically? Oh, wait, that's a different... Wait, do they have different... Wait, I actually want to check something right now. I'm going to do something really strange. I'm going to change to, like, a different character, and I'm going to warp to a different world, and... Oh, yeah, okay, they have different character icons for the different animations there. You just saw that, like, silhouette-looking thing. That's not how that worked in the original game. In the original game, it was just always Mario, which I always thought was really strange-looking. And so I'm glad they fixed that, or maybe "fix" isn't the right word, but I'm glad they changed that. So can I, like, not do any of the... Oh, no, I can. Okay, I was going to say, like, maybe I have to do some of the Blue Toad stuff before doing the other tent campaign things, but it doesn't look like that. Okay. I wonder which Koopaling is in this area. I actually don't know. Okay, who's it going to be? I think is that Roy? Oh, no, okay, it's Lemmy. Lemmy associated with a snow world. I don't know if that's been done before. I can't think of it right away off the top of my head. His eyes are going crazy. Wow. Okay, that's a very, that's a lot like his animations in NSMB Wii and U. I like the way he's, like, kind of moving around, though. That looks really nice. Alright, what's he going to transform into? Oh my god, okay. That looks like that one Super Mario 3D World boss, kinda. But, like, way more over the top. Okay, that's really cool, man. I love all the different designs they've gone for. Also, we're in, what's this level called again? I forget. Yeah, okay, here we go. So there's bombs in the... Okay, they take quite a while to blow up. Also, the sort of like lava-looking lighting in this environment looks really strange, but also kind of cool, I suppose. It definitely makes it feel a bit uncanny and different, which, do you not have anything to say? Hi. I guess that's just the talking flower from the original game. Also, I guess we get to see Rosalina's elephant transformation. Also, I guess that means that not every single one of these is going to feature the super flower pot, which I'm happy about. Though I then also wonder, like, where else is the flower pot going to be featured if not during these levels? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this does once again seem a bit simple so far, and also like not that much about the level has been changed. There's mainly just been stuff removed from it. I like seeing the this guy. I've completely forgotten his name. Pokepede. That's it. Pokepede Pass. That's what the level is called. I like seeing them punch the exploding football bombs, which obviously exploding bombs have also been a part of the Lemmy boss fight in NSMBU. So I guess that might be sort of an intentional reference. Okay, and this makes sense. We have to actually take advantage of there we go, of the bombs. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Oh god. So am I gonna get another elephant fruit? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So what's the boss arena gonna look like? It looks like it's just completely flat. Oh, in fact, of course, we knew this. Yeah, right. We'd seen this part of the campaign before during the first trailer. Okay, so what's this gonna be like? Okay, cool. I think this is the same fight music though. I guess that's fine. So what do I do about this? I guess I have to hit the bombs into him. Yeah, that seems to damage him. Okay, this is really cool. And then can I also jump on top of you maybe? Yeah, I think that managed it. Oh. Okay, I like how they're making sure you can't immediately jump back on top of him. What the heck? Okay, he's like the... Oh, what's gonna happen? Okay, I should have probably tried to avoid that in a bit more of a successful way. Okay, this is really cool though. I like how there's like multiple different attacks and phases and whatnot. Okay, now he's got a bigger stack. Good for him. I guess I can just re-equip an elephant suit. Once again, yeah, the abundance of power-ups does make this a bit, different to how I feel like it would have felt had I not, been able to damage boost like 20 times during this fight and used my power-up abilities to fend off the exploding balls. Man, I love his design though, like the visuals of it, the animations obviously. I like the color palette as well. It's a bit different, but still feels like Lemmy. Yes, this is really cool. Is that it? I don't think that's it. Though the music is kind of making it sound like that's it. Okay. Oh, this is so cool, man. It's only just dawning on me, like, oh right, I'm playing new Wander content, and it's like really exciting. Like, obviously the stuff I played up until this point was kind of what we'd seen before, but this is like all new and exciting, and wow, okay. Oh yeah, of course, get another power up because I was lacking power ups. I mean, I did take damage, so I can't be too sassy about it. I imagine I can't actually hit these balls with my elephant trunk. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay in this section isn't that exciting. I should maybe see, like, how does it feel to... Because I imagine you have to jump on the balls to make them... Or maybe not, actually. Oh, there we go. So do they not explode until they hit, like, the ground or something? I guess that makes them a bit more user-friendly. Which, I mean, making these bombs easy to deal with is, I think that's fine, because they're required not only to progress through the level, but also to beat the boss. So I think that's fine. Okay, he's doing a kind of different attack. I imagine I could have skipped this attack if I'd been a bit more diligent with how I was hitting him with the bombs, but there we go, I think. That design is so cool. It is kind of weird, like, speed running through like a campaign of boss fights when, like, obviously normally there's the boss fights in Mario games are so spread out. Like, I'm gonna be fighting like 5 other boss fights and then hopefully also like a final boss of some sorts, and that's just like really strange. That's not normally how these games are structured. And I mean, obviously, it's also not really how this is supposed to be structured. I think the canonical way of doing this would be to play through all of these boss stages as a part of the normal campaign. But we've all seen the normal campaign 1,000 times already, so I thought this would make more sense. And there we go, the big flower thing lights up like I predicted it would. I'm not really like trying to keep track of my predictions too much. I know for a fact that the order of the Koopalings that I predicted is completely wrong, so that's fine, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it's still fun to see some of the stuff I came up with come true. Also, sorry for not really paying attention to the dialogue, but as you can imagine, like, I kind of just want to get to the gameplay, and honestly, like, who cares? They did just introduce that guy who, like, I don't know what his function is because I wasn't reading because I'm too busy both, you know, trying to play the game and also recording this video. And I assume the brigade tent is up there. Yes, it is. I wonder if Master Poplin will have anything to do with any of this stuff. I doubt it. Oh yeah, okay, so Captain Toad went through Master Poplin's trials. Look at that animation, or like that pose. That's really cute. Yeah, so that silhouette on that little graphic there is the same for everyone, and I thought that looked like Roy before, but I guess not. Okay, now we got Larry. What level was that? Was that the, like the vertical Hobbycat one? Yes, it is. Okay, and he's standing right where the Wonder Hobbycat is in the original level. I guess something I haven't really talked about yet is the fact that the camera is more zoomed out, but I feel like that's very obvious here because normally this is a one-screen zone, and that's still the case, so that means there's like more real estate in terms of like where you can actually walk. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh, he's like, oh wait, is he doing like cool like jittery frame animations? Oh, he is. That's so cool. Okay. Wow, that's such a strange design. Okay, we've got some of the crystal blocks like from that one level. I should know this stuff. Oh wow. Oh, are they gonna like? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's awesome. Man, it's so fun seeing all the stuff they came up with and like all these new mechanics. And I wish we could play with these mechanics in custom levels, but we can't. I have no idea. All right, well this is cool. Can I still go into the, oh, I can't. Okay, I kind of wish in that case they'd, like, block that off, because I feel like that's usually what they do in cases like that, where you, like, play through the same level, but you can't go into the pipes. They, like, indicate that somehow, but it's not a big deal. I wonder if, I kind of actually, wait, let's take damage. I want to see, do these blocks break in, oh, okay, so yeah, so they break in one hit no matter your size, whereas the original, the blocks in the original game, the purple versions, they broke in multiple hits. Do I have to go up, or I probably have to go right, but I want to see what's up, literally. Well, I guess let's go to the right then. That would have been a really short section if that's it, because, I mean, this is also a very short level in the original game. These blocks are kind of interesting. Those are new. Oh, that's so funny. They're having to teach the player how to do a ground pound, because normally ground pounding is not really required to beat the game. So that's really fun to see. Also, once again, different music, and obviously also different lighting and visuals and whatever. It's pretty cool. All this terrain wasn't here in the original level, just like for the other levels so far, I believe. Alright, this is different though. Look at him. Okay, yeah, so he's like not... I thought at first they were doing like sort of like 12 frames a second, like sort of like classic animation style animations, but I think they're like more so doing the idea that like he doesn't really move you know, smoothly, but more like incrementally. So do I have to like... Oh, okay. Interesting. So I guess I have to... Oh, that didn't even... Okay. Well, I guess I'm immediately pulling out the... Can I... I can't. Oh, he's just in the background, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit confusing, but maybe I'm also just like not really paying attention as much as I would normally. Oh god, okay. Oh, this is cool. Wow. Once again, like really elaborate stuff, like so many different like types of mechanics and ideas and assets and whatnot all combined into one section. Oh, I can't... Wait, how do I guess I have to ground pound then. Which is gonna be tricky because he's up above. So I guess there we go. I mean, that's quite elaborate for what these boss fights have been so far. Maybe they'll get more difficult progressively. I don't know. Oh, we're still going. Oh, he's over there. I didn't even spot him. I'm so blind. I have a lot of, you know, newfound admiration for, like, YouTubers I used to watch who would, like, not spot obvious stuff, and I'd be, like, yelling at the screen. Because, like, I'm telling you, like, recording this stuff, trying to, like, form sort of comprehensive sentences whilst also playing the game and trying to pay attention to new stuff that you've never seen before is really difficult. So, hopefully I'm kind of managing. Is that the third hit? Or fourth hit? Okay, no, yeah, I guess they're doing like sort of the second phase thing for each one with the power-up and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, I took damage quite a bit there. The crushing stuff like isn't very intuitive, at least at first, or I guess it's like not really how I'm used to taking damage, speaking of which. But it's, you know, it makes sense now that I'm kind of trying to pay attention. I wonder if this goes on forever, or like how does this work? I imagine he probably ends up transitioning to a different phase pretty soon. I kind of want to see... Oh yeah, okay, so he teleports somewhere else. That actually made it easier for me, I think, if I can get on top somehow. Are there... Okay, so how do I even deal with this? Because, like... Do I have to, like, somehow make my way over there? Because that seems really tricky. There we go. And now what is... Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is not trivial, this stuff. Oh, he's forming blocks as he goes. That's pretty cool. Oh, no, okay. I might die here. Wouldn't that be fun? How do I get over there, like, without... I guess I can do it right now. There we go. Yeah, so I nearly died. So I guess we get to see small Rosalina for once. That's different. And there we go. Oh, wow, look at that. It is always funny seeing the automatic screenshot thing kind of capture like strange moments or moments that actually look quite visually interesting, or sometimes just the most boring stuff you've ever seen, or like stuff that kind of doesn't even look right. But that was kind of an a visually interesting screenshot there. Yeah, so he's telling me to try out some training, and I'm just gonna flat out ignore him. This is a pretty big world, so I wonder where the tent is. Oh, it looks like it's right over here. Alright, which Koopaling is going to be this time? It's Roy! Oh, look at that shipwreck! Oh my god, okay, that's cool. Alright, yeah, I mean, Roy in the desert world, that is a classic. That's in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Oh yeah, it looks like it's Armad's on the roll. So I'm betting the shipwreck is going to be a part of something, because they wouldn't just have a random decorative thing added to the level for no reason. So maybe Roy is going to go onto the ship, or he's going to become the ship, or I don't know. Yeah, there he goes. Kind of like Bowser in the opening cutscene. Oh my god, he's like a genie, I guess. And he's gonna possess the ship? Okay. It's like the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. Oh, and he's got the bonefish. That's kind of strange. So those are getting launched? Okay. I do feel like this is something where I can just run through if I want to, and I probably wouldn't even be affected, really. I mean, I guess you sort of have to get out of the way of the fish bones every time, no matter what. So I guess that's something, but though... Oh my god, okay. What the heck? Why are there boos wearing... What the heck? Okay. Wearing, like, Roy's sunglasses. That's... I was about to say, like, there's, like, nothing really interesting going on in the level itself, but then I guess that proved me wrong. What the heck? Again, different music, kind of using the sort of like desert motifs. That's pretty cool. God, I guess people are gonna have to somehow rip this music manually, because, you know, we won't have access to the files, and it probably won't be on Nintendo Music, or I guess maybe it will be, because I'm pretty sure there hasn't been any Nintendo Music stuff this week, so I guess that maybe would make sense. Yeah, the boos with sunglasses, like... Oh, I guess they're... Oh, that makes sense! They're wearing sunglasses so they don't get affected by the normal, like, you know, being shy and not moving when you're looking at them thing. But then the moment you take off their sunglasses, they like, fade away. That's so cool, actually. That's such a funny idea. Alright, so, yeah, gonna be interesting to see how we're gonna fight a ship. Once again, a really hilarious design. Really, really cool, honestly. I love the tail thing. Which, I mean, I guess they always have tails. What do I do exactly? I guess this is all like part of the boss arena. I can't just like... No. And I don't run, I imagine. No. So what do I do? Oh, there's a... Okay, I totally didn't... Man, was that there from the start? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I was not paying attention. Okay, this is really cool. Wait, what the heck? Okay. This is not the kind of stuff that the original game ever has, because the original game doesn't support, like, proper parallax orthographic stuff. And this also doesn't really still work that way, because I'm pretty sure, like, the perspective on those things wasn't changing when they were moving into the background. They were just kind of getting smaller. But, I mean, that's good enough. Also, this is really cool and elaborate, by the way. And yeah, I mean, having the player, like, shoot stuff into the background like that, like, regardless of how maybe slightly janky its implementation is, still, this is really cool. I guess I just kind of stand here. Yeah, okay. I do kind of hope, or, like, you know, wish for more difficult versions of this, but just because it does feel like, okay, this is cool, there's a lot of elaborate stuff going on, but, like, it's also so easy to deal with that, like, I barely even have to pay attention to what I'm doing, which feels like a bit of a shame for how much effort clearly went into this. But, I believe there are more difficult versions of the boss fights during some of the challenges, if I heard correctly in one of the reviews, so that might be more interesting in that case, though I won't be showing that in this video. Yeah, look at the boost go. I guess I can still, yeah. So I kind of have to, like, try and track where one of the holes is going to show up, and then, yeah. Wow, look at how big he is. His tongue? What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long that pot was there for, and, like, how obviously I missed it. Because if so, that sucks. I do feel like this one isn't as difficult just because the style of gameplay is just, like, dodge whatever is on screen and then, like, try and sort of stay near him with this cannon thing. But, like, there's a lot of stuff going on where, like, I feel like I would be paying more attention if it was more difficult. Not to harp on about that point, but the design of the ship and stuff is cool, though. Once again, I kind of wish we could rip that asset and use it in mods or whatever, but I guess not. Alright, there we go. Wonderful. Oh, look at that. Right, so we've done 4 of them, so 3 more to go, and then, like I said earlier, I'm hoping there's also some kind of final culmination boss fight of some sort. Maybe where you, like, fight all the Koopalings at once, or, I don't know, maybe there's, like, a gauntlet, or who knows. Yeah, so again, there's new stuff every time we come back here, which is pretty cool, and, you know, it would be pretty nice to, like, explore all of this naturally, as they sort of intend, I feel like, but I'm not going to do that. Still, by the way, just surreal that I'm playing this. I'm like, you know, I'm sort of like working on autopilot right now, but I'm gonna try and get over my excitement later down the line. Right, here we go. Oh wait, look at the top right there. I guess this that explains what happened to the Captain Toad stuff in the original game, because that looks like the green Toad over there, whereas in the original game, Captain Toad was hanging out in that spot. Who's it gonna be this time? My bet is on Iggy. I am so right. Mushroom Forest, mushrooms. Okay, so it's probably gonna be mushroom related. Hello, Iggy. He's bouncing around joyfully. Yeah, a lot of the animations here definitely seem inspired by the original NSMB Wii and U and 2 ones. What the heck? What even is that meant to be? I guess like a flower and a pot. Okay, I figured it would be like mushroom related, but never mind. Also, by the way, I once made a YouTube short about the fact that these pumpkins have an unused glow texture that's never used. And it's fun seeing seeing that texture be used right now, which it probably was never intended for. Can I jump on these like, oh, wait, press B on landing? What do you mean press B on landing? Oh, to jump higher, I guess. Okay, I see. Yes, these guys are a lot like the piranha plant creepers, the creeper piranha plants, what are they called? From Super Mario 3D World. Oh, hi. Which is cool. I mean, they were always like that, obviously, but like now they're actually in a level, which is really cool. And also seeing the melon piranha plants. Wait, did that just eat some of the melon seeds or something? Oh no, I guess it's just, no, okay, I saw those green particles and I thought it was like spitting the melon stuff back out somehow. and I thought that would be really cool, but obviously not a necessary thing. This is really cool, by the way. Like, there's a bit more, oh god, a bit more like challenge to this, I feel like, in terms of platforming and whatnot, just because it's been changed so much. The way they like shift their heads after they emerge does make it a bit confusing. Oh, that does actually damage you. Oh, okay. Once again, different music, different lighting, different all that stuff. There's a foreground piranha plant coil thing up there. That's cool. Yeah, I know I can press B to... I feel like once the game detects you doing that like 2 or 3 times, it should probably stop telling you to do it, but I don't know, I guess you can forget about it somehow. The theming here does feel like a bit like random, like the piranha plants don't really feel like they have, oh hi, anything to do with the normal levels mushroom stuff, though I guess so far not a lot of the theming has been very coherent with how the original game stuff worked. That's fine. You know, like when they originally said like some stuff about mushrooms, I figured like, oh, they're gonna do like some kind of big mushroom thing, and that would definitely make more sense with the level that this is in, but it doesn't really matter. What the heck? Okay, that was him, I suppose. That looks so strange. I love how they made that section like extra long just to just to highlight that. That design, man. Let me do you a favor and finish you off. Okay. I don't know why I suddenly decided to start reading the voice lines or like the text boxes. I guess I just really wanted to see what that thing had to say. So what do I do? Okay, I guess I just... There we go. So what's the point of the piranha plants on the side? I guess just they can like munch you. Oh, okay, I see. Oh god, okay. Let's try not to die. That would be nice. You know, I can't keep making fun of how easy the boss fights are if I actually end up dying to one of them. So I definitely shouldn't do that. Yeah, okay, so I get the idea now with like... I thought at first like it was just tracking me and then I would have to somehow like... Well, like it would only emerge from the final point of where the light appeared. And then, you know, nothing else would happen in the other points, so I didn't realize that's where the piranha plants would emerge. But I get that now. Okay, I mean, this works. Maybe it doesn't feel quite as elaborate as, like, the last 2. But, I mean, they don't all have to, like, scale up in terms of craziness or anything. And obviously the design is hilarious. I do kind of hope there's like more variety in terms of like some different phase or something. Oh, oh, okay. Oh god, I'm getting like, oh god, I couldn't control any of that. I just kept getting bumped around like perpetually. Okay, yeah, I guess he shoots like different types of seeds. Oh, I somehow still managed to jump on him there. Okay. Nice little animation. Yeah, I do have to say that one did feel like not quite as elaborate just in terms of variety. It was just kind of the same thing like 4 or 5 times. Wow, these screenshots have been awesome. I guess they're like automatically only taken during the boss fights, so they end up always looking kind of nuts. Okay, so I think I remember where well, this is actually maybe the most confusing world in the entire game in terms of world map, but let me see if I can remember where. No, I guess it's not here. Okay, because the Morton, I know we know Morton is in this world. The Morton tent was shown during one of the trailers, but I forget where it was because again, this world is crazy to navigate. Okay, here it is. Look at him, like that's a funny pose. Prize belong to Morton, you know can have. Why are they... Wait, is this like a thing? Like I haven't played any of the RPGs where these guys show up. Like, do they talk like that? Is that how that works? I have no idea. Or at least like does Morton talk like that, I mean? I mean, I guess it fits his characterization, I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, if you've seen the second or third trailer, I think it was the third trailer that had this guy in it. And yeah, this is not a surprise, so it's obviously cool to see, and it's, you know, once again, crazy elaborate. I guess kind of like the Roy fight in terms of, or like, you know, the Roy encounter in terms of it being something in the background. But that's obviously very cool. It is strange seeing him sort of scroll with the character like this, like the screen. That's feels a bit odd, I'm not gonna lie, but okay. It doesn't really seem like he, like, I mean, obviously he, like, makes the ground, you know, launch everything up, but that doesn't really do anything. I should probably try and get another power-up, actually. For, in reserve. Is that what this has? No, it's a star, okay. Well, that works as well. Also, obviously, those spike balls are new. I'm not sure if Roy has been associated with spike balls before, really. Oh, do his, like, stomps make the blocks turn lava-y, or is that just... Are those two, like, disconnected, the timing? No, yeah, it seems like the timing generally matches up to where, like, the hot blocks become hot when Morton does his smash thing, which is cool. Right. The whole, like, puppet aesthetic is definitely very cool. Grr, Morton squash, you flat, okay. See, I don't know why I've suddenly started reading the text boxes. Oh wow, he's so big. That definitely makes the perspective during the earlier part make even less sense. But that's fine. I guess I have to do this. Alright, and then... Oh, I didn't quite reach that. Yeah, I mean, obviously I still have to get used to the controls of the super flower pot. I do wonder what made them decide to add it. Like, I guess, you know, the cynic in me wants to think it's like an accessibility feature, but you know, I guess it also does serve a lot of gameplay purpose. But like, you know, it's a bit like the super crown in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which obviously was just like an easy mode kind of thing. Also, every time those strings get like materialized, I think they're like lasers. And the weird thing is that like the smashes don't really like damage you or anything. I guess that was, I mean, that was kind of cool actually. Also, the Vakatus in the foreground are really cool. Oh right, I'm supposed to, right? Okay, yeah, the gimmick here is actually pretty cool. Like forcing you to sort of use this to then, yeah, like that. That's like really inventive. There we go. I do still kind of feel like that, was it Iggy? Boss fight? No, not Iggy. Wait, who was in the Petal Isles again? Was it Larry, I think? That boss was like the most difficult just because I had no idea what was going on. Whereas like most of the other ones so far have been fine in terms of difficulty. I guess also the Iggy one just now was also a bit difficult. So we're gonna have to dodge another spike ball. That's a bit like the spike balls you have to dodge during the final Bowser fight as well, I suppose. So it's a bit more elaborate. Yeah, in general, like, despite the fact that I'm sort of, like, maybe criticizing them a little bit, obviously these boss fights are still a huge step up from, like, pretty much any other 2D Mario game boss fights, especially as far as, like, them not being the game's final boss or anything go. Just because they're so much more elaborate than just jumping on, like, one creature that's moving across the screen, you know? Like, there's like, different phases and a bunch of elaborate animations and different mechanics that are just for the boss, and yeah, it's really cool to see them embrace this kind of design, and I also hope it carries over into the next game so we can have this stuff from the start instead of waiting for the, you know, the Switch 3 upgrade or whatever of the next 2D Mario. Yeah, once again, kind of nice action-packed screenshot. I don't know why I keep like feeling the need to comment on the screenshots, but there you go. And yeah, one Bellabel flower left. And I guess every time the droplet, yeah, I mean, it causes the flower petal thing to appear, but also I guess it maybe is canonically the reason for why stuff in this area keeps like popping up and upgrading and whatever, because it kind of just keeps happening. Hello. He's also in Pipe Rock Plateau. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess the lore is that Recruit Poplin went to go look for the final Koopaling Ludwig himself because he got inspired, and yeah, so I guess that means he's not in Petal Isles after all. Alright, let's see if this lives up to the 4-star difficulty rating there. Oh my god, okay. Lakitu Ludwig. That's kind of appropriate actually, because Ludwig has traditionally been associated with the cloud worlds, at least in the New Super Mario Bros. Games. So he's a bit like Lakit Thunder, for example, from New Super Mario Bros. DS. Yeah, so there seems to be like wind and lightning and stuff. That's cool. Once again, the like different lighting here kind of makes everything look very different. Oh, that worked out. Oh, it's funny seeing these things here. Also, this up here is where there was a sleeping talking flower in the original game. The lightning being blue is kind of cool as well. Oh, hey, we actually have a Rosalina block. That's cool. I guess they probably added those then, because obviously those wouldn't have been in the original game. Okay. That's funny. There's also a star here in the original game around this section. Can I go fight the boss with a star? Probably not. Yeah, no, the timing definitely doesn't work out for that. The like green clouds and stuff. I guess it kind of evokes the green toxic wonder stuff throughout the game, like associated with Bowser. So I guess it kind of works. The design itself is crazy though, like just the way it looks. Oh right, I'm supposed to actually I was just admiring the model. Okay, I forgot I actually have to fight it. Okay, we got some different what are they called? I guess they don't really have an official name, do they? The downpour uproar platforms. Do I like damage you or anything, or do I jump on you? I guess maybe I jump on you. Oh, okay, I see. I could have sworn I damaged him earlier by doing this, but I guess that doesn't damage him. Oh, of course, the classic Ludwig duplication trick. It's funny because Bowser Jr. already stole that trick for the original game's World 6 Bowser Jr. boss fight, if I'm not mistaken. This is cool. Also, it's nice to finally have an official wind in the game, like an official wind mechanic. Again, it would be nice if we could do a custom level with that, but never mind. Yeah, so I guess I'm supposed to, like, use these platforms to get up here. There we go. So it's funny how this one actually kind of has the typical, like, jumping off of the Koopaling structure that some of the other ones don't have. But, like, obviously in a very different context. And we have five Ludwigs. Kind of doing a nice little dance. Oh, I probably should get out of the way. No, never mind. Not the most eventful part of the boss fight this, so it's still nice to see it have different phases and whatnot. And also just like having that bit of a breather where like there's a section where you can't damage the boss. Like I don't always like it when boss fights have sections where you can't damage them, but in the case of these where like otherwise I feel like the boss fight would be over super quickly, I feel like that's very appropriate. It looks kind of sad. Oh, never mind. I guess he's also gotten bigger with every phase, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Okay, maybe we're gonna have to, like, climb vertically now. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, we're going up quite high. Now what? Oh, we're actually getting a cutscene. Okay, I wonder how that would work in multiplayer, then. I guess you'd all get warped up here. That platform is new, by the way. Like, no, not just new in the level, but I mean, like, new in terms of that's not in the original game. Actually, kind of looks like it's made out of some of the platforms of the normal Cloud asset. Is that it? No, I think we're gonna have to hit him at least once more. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool and elaborate. I do still hope this isn't the final fight, because, like, obviously all the other Koopalings jumped off, so, like, I assume there's more, but this is still really cool and, like, interesting. I do wonder why they chose to put this in this level specifically. I guess just because of the earlier level design, because, like, in terms of theming, having a sort of, like, thunderstorm thing in a savannah level doesn't really make too much sense to me. There we go. He looks so... Man, that design is so cool. Yeah, once again, jumping off, so I imagine there has to be one more thing. Actually, it's funny, because I suppose the original tent is also in this exact area of the map. So I wonder if that probably isn't a coincidence. I wonder why they decided to do it that way. Oh, see, now we actually get this cutscene in like a 2D environment. It's fascinating to see the difference. Woohoo! Look at the different colored poplins as well. Did we? Oh, I guess we did. So there isn't a final fight of any kind? I mean, like, obviously that was the final fight, like, that was a final fight in terms of the fact that, like, you could only play the Ludwig one after the other ones. But then, why do they jump off and, like... Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so you can fight the more difficult bosses, like I talked about earlier. Huh, okay. I mean, I don't think I want to do that right now. Yeah, look, there they are. Alright, yeah, no, I double checked, and that actually is the final boss. I mean, obviously it was exciting, like I was talking about during the boss. It was cool and unique and whatever, but I do feel like it feels like a bit of an anticlimax, just because it makes so much sense to have the Koopalings all be there and then have a final boss after that. I guess, like, obviously, like I also talked about during the video, these things are also supposed to be something you actually play through as a part of the normal campaign, and then after that you can also do the normal final boss, and I guess that's still sort of meant to be the original, like, final thing you do in the game, and they didn't add anything that sort of replaces that, or that, like, you know, sort of takes that place within the context of this new campaign. So I guess that makes sense, but also I definitely, like you heard me talking about again and again during the video, I was definitely expecting there to be at least one more thing with the Koopalings and whatnot, but as far as I've been able to tell by just quickly Googling it, yeah, it seems like, no, that actually is it. And yeah, that's it's a bit anticlimactic as far as, maybe as far as this campaign goes, but especially as far as the way I sort of set up this video, because I figured there'd be one more thing. But okay then, I guess that's gonna do it for this little campaign here, and also for this video, guys. I'm obviously gonna keep playing this off camera, but I don't think it'll be worth it for me to try and record, or at least like for me to do a voiceover playthrough or whatever for all of this stuff that's in Bellabel Park. I haven't even checked out the attraction central yet. So yeah, that's actually gonna do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this sort of strange and anticlimactic playthrough, maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing and all that stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna do more Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 Edition related stuff on the channel. I haven't quite figured out what that's gonna be like yet, because obviously we can't mod the game, but yeah, either way, if you're interested in that, maybe consider subscribing. And I also have a public Discord server linked in the description, and if you want to watch videos early, and also want to support the channel, maybe consider signing up for a YouTube channel membership. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, see you later, and bye-bye!